Hey, you guys.
What's
Happy
up?
Sunday.
Yeah.
Tom is a leather daddy, somebody already said.
Yeah. They're going to have to say that. That's just part of the rules. Anyway, I can't figure out what the fuck's wrong with the ice maker. Driving me fucking crazy.
I'm sorry.
Last time I just put a new filter in it and it worked again. But, you know, shit, that filter's brand new. I don't know what it's doing, why it's doing that. It's got the little thing and fuck that shit. It's frustrating. Frustrating. Machines.
Yeah. Fucking ice maker out of
Ice maker in the refrigerator door.
That doesn't work.
Freezer door. Right.
That sucks.
Intermittent.
We need to get some.
Need to get my ice, man.
Well, we need to get.
ice.
Do we have any ice cube trays anywhere?
No.
Oh, we don't have any. Maybe we should just go into the dollar store and get some.
There's no room for ice cube trays anyway.
That's true. There's too much crap in
Too
there.
much in the stuff in there.
Scott said maybe it's a clogged line.
Maybe.
It could be, yeah.
But I don't know how to unclog one.
I don't either.
Right.
It's still, the water's still coming out, just the,
It's not making ice.
but it's not making ice, though.
Yeah.
Revolt of the machines. Yeah, it's going to eat us. Yeah, so today, kind of tired. Went out last night. Tom said this morning, he's like, man, we're getting too old to run around with these
fucking kids,
with these
man.
young kids.
Yeah. Even on performance enhancing drugs. Fucking.
It was fun. It was fun. It was a good night.
I do recover a lot faster though. Yeah, I before I wouldn't have even want to go. I'd be like, ah, fuck that shit. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, because for a long time you were just kind of like, I didn't want to go inside. I didn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You were all cranky.
Yeah.
Still cranky.
Yeah.
He's fussy.
I was fussy last night, man. I was coming out of the damn house, was trying to go in between all the cars because they're having a party next door, and dude fucking ran right in there and fucking tried to fucking block me. Like, he wouldn't let me out. I jumped out of the fucking car and went up to his window. I was getting ready to fight the motherfucker right in there. He was from some country. I don't know what country he was from, but it sounded Middle Eastern or something. I was like, dude, what are you fucking doing? This? Come on, fight me. And he says, oh, I'm going. And he left.
Yeah, Tom
he wouldn't come fight me. He was a fat little man, you know.
He's getting a little fuzzy.
Yeah. I went back on that injection.
See, that's what I have to keep him from like getting in trouble. It's like you're gonna get arrested. And
No. It's because
you're going around like.
It's because of that damn blood test. They made me go off of it.
Yeah.
All right. For a while, you got to clear the system out, and then I went back on it, and then I snuck a little extra because I was just like, man, I need more. It was kind of a little bit addictive. You know, they say once you go on it, you never want to come off. But yeah, man, that was some weird shit. I'm gonna beat this motherfucker's ass.
Yeah, and I was just like, please.
She's in there going, oh.
I was like, oh god, not again.
Yeah.
Please don't get arrested.
Shit happens.
It's like we hadn't even. I was like, look, I just want to go out and have a good time. It's Saturday. Let's not like get in a fight before you even get out of the fucking driveway.
It's all right. He didn't want to fight.
Well, it's a good thing.
He's like, yeah, he's my age. He was my age. You know, he's like, I'm not gonna fight this dude in the middle of the fucking street, the neighborhood where we live. I was like, that's right. I'm gonna get ghetto as fuck. All the neighbors are gonna see. All the neighbors are gonna fucking see. I was trying to do that shit.
See,
I snapped out of it though.
You need to be.
I snapped out of it a few minutes
restrained.
Later. Yeah, I snapped out of it a couple of minutes later.
Look at Sandra. She just showed up.
What'd you say?
And her name is Sandra. Found an ear cleaning machine in her hair. Oh my god! How do you come up with these? You guys are so funny. I don't know, man. You guys are so funny.
Ear digging machine.
Ear digging machine.
It's not an ear cleaning machine. It's an ear digging machine. You just dig it.
But it's clean.
It does clean it, but he's just, where's my ear digging machine? And then he called it. He also called it an ear digging mechanism.
I thought you said an ear dicking.
No, ear digging mechanism.
An ear dicking mechanism.
I'm sleepy.
That's a totally different thing. Yeah, me too. So we're talking about today the movie Splice.
Yeah.
Which Tom really digs this movie. I actually really dig this movie too. The last time we watched it a couple days ago, and I kept like falling asleep because I was super tired. But I've seen it before, so it's not like I'm just like talking on my ass and I haven't seen it. Or
I mentioned this. I saw a movie when it came out. Didn't see it in the theater though. You know, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I saw this in the theater.
We didn't see it in the theater. So I guess it had been out for maybe a year or so back in those days.
Came out in 2009.
Yeah, I probably saw it in 2010.
Yeah.
It was newish when I saw it, and I liked it. And then I said something about it the other day, and Sandra went and she saw it. You know, Sandra with her ear digging machine. She saw it, and she went back and says, yeah, it was a good movie. So I had to revisit it. Went to see if it held up. It held up. It's a good movie.
It's the same guy, the guy that directed it, Vincenzo Natali. He's the same guy that did Cube, which is also a really good. He's done other ones too, but I think Cube is probably his best known one, other than this one. And I think Guillermo del Toro was even a producer on this, like an executive producer. I feel like this movie is kind of fucked up. It's a little bit Cronenbergian, I feel like. It kind of goes in like a sort of Cronenbergian kind of direction a little bit. And I like that they got really good actors being it, because I've always really liked Adrian Brody. Mm-hmm. He's great in it, and what's her face? Sarah Polley. She was great in the Dawn of the Dead remake. And so these two are... Okay, so I have to do this before I forget. I was watching a review of this earlier, and I was reading the comments, like on YouTube, and somebody said, moral of the story, don't bang your science project. Yeah. And then the person underneath that said, but my baking soda volcano really seemed to enjoy it, though. And I laughed and laughed and laughed. So I didn't, like, write that joke, but I was just kind of like, I just saw it under a thing, and it just made me laugh really hard, so I thought I would mention it. But yeah, so these two play... Are they married or no? They're just boyfriend, girlfriend? Because they have different last names.
Yeah, I don't think they were married. They were married.
I love that they named... His first name is Clive, and her first name is Elsa, which... That's Colin Clive and Elsa Lanchester. That's who they're referencing there from Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. So, you know, in case you didn't know. I didn't see any of the reviews I saw. None of them mentioned that. I'm like, did they...
They don't know.
Maybe they didn't realize.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious.
Yeah, but you're a nerd. You read all that shit.
Nerd.
You're a nerd. Nerd picked right up on that. Oh, yeah. I read that book. Funny, you know. But
why? He's always making fun of me. I'm proud of my nerdiness.
Yeah, I'm just teasing.
I'm proud of my nerdiness.
I'm just teasing. But yeah, I didn't catch it. That's why she watches that MST, you know. And I think it's funny, but it's only funny when they start singing, you know.
When they sing or they make poop jokes.
Yeah.
Because they do that as well.
The poop jokes, I'm not too much of that. Just because most of their references are so obscure, I don't understand the humor. But that's another one that Sandra ought to look at, is the fucking MST 3000, the newer ones on Netflix. She'd probably like those.
Yeah.
She could sit around and eating peanut butter, making peanut butter pie.
Actually, they just added Mystery Science Theater, the movie. I think they just added it on Hulu, I want to say.
Oh, another thing, Sandra, is that Jenny did a damn investigation on your fucking McDuffin fucking peanut butter. What's that shit called? Miss Gillen? McSkillen? What was the name of that fucking...
McKennedy.
Yeah.
No, there's a blog that I read, a food blog that I read called The Takeout.
McKennedy peanut butter.
There was, coincidentally, an article that just went up like yesterday or the day before, and it was about a woman who's American, but she's lived in Berlin for 10 years. Yeah. And she was talking about, you know, going to a German grocery store and sampling like American style food that they sell in Germany, which is like in no way, shape, or form like American food.
Yeah, it's not correct.
That's kind of happened in the UK too, I noticed. But not to such an extent, but I did see, and this has been a while, but I did see some stuff when I was in the UK that was like, hey, American style this, and I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? I just don't even know.
Yeah. There was something British. I had something British that was supposed to be like a Louisiana style sauce or something. So I was in Egypt. All right, the British Army fucking sent it to us, and it didn't taste anything like anything from Louisiana.
Yeah,
I think it might have been Louisiana hot sauce or something. I was like, no, that's not it.
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, as interpreted by the Limeys. But no, evidently McKennedy peanut butter is like passable. It's like kind of American.
According to the woman that wrote this, who was an American, and she said this is actually a pretty decent peanut. It's not quite as good as like you know Jif, our American peanut as Jif or something, but he's like it's passable.
Right, you're gonna want Jif.
Yeah.
Peanut butter junkie like her, she wants Jif, Peter Pan, or Skippy.
Damn.
Skippy. They're all a little bit different. But those are all popular here. Smuckers too. Smuckers peanut butter.
With a name like Smuckers, it has to be good.
Yeah. They won't get the reference.
Maybe some people might. Shut up. Yeah. Pat says she may be a nerd, but she's an attractive nerd. Thank you very much. Scott says MST is a great cultural education. It certainly is. It makes you, because if there's a reference on there I don't understand, I'm like, I wonder what that means. And so then I go look it up, and then it's a whole like rabbit hole, which is kind of neat. Yeah, Pluto has an MST channel. They also have a Riff Tracks channel. Yeah. Actually, when I was on vacation in my little Airbnb room, I just left the MST Pluto channel just playing all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just while I was doing other shit, and so it seemed like somebody was in. Yeah, because they've done so many episodes. But yeah, Scott said I remember that ad. See, I knew there would be some person. It wasn't that long ago. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so you have these two. Yeah, we went off on the nerd tangent because I said Clive and Elsa, because immediately I was just like, oh, Bride of Frankenstein. I mean, Colin Clive played Frankenstein in the first Frankenstein too, but he also played him in Bride of Frankenstein, and of course Elsa Lanchester also played Bride of Frankenstein in the titular role in that movie. So these two are genetic engineers, and they make these two dick creatures. Yeah. They look like dicks. I mean, come on. I love how the Wikipedia page calls them vermiform, which means, worm shaped, but they're totally dicks, seriously. And they call them Fred and Ginger. Now what all DNA was mixed in with this? I remember they had like the little animals on the doohickey that said like what all the animals were that went into the dick monsters. But I can't remember what animals they were. But it was like a whole bunch of different ones. And they were developing these creatures for what? Because they secreted something and...
They were making drugs with them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There's all kinds of drugs and enzymes and stuff. You can make medicine out of them.
Yeah.
It was a drug company, basically.
Yeah.
That they were working for.
Phallocephalopods.
Yeah, they did. They looked like...
And there was, that one like scene where they were kind of like going like that. And I'm just like, am I supposed to be watching this?
Yeah.
I need a shower now.
They look like a couple of chubbies. Crawl along the floor. Yeah.
Like I said, this is like, it's so
supposed to get penis MVC in them things. Yeah. Yeah. Chubby the size of a damn chicken.
Oh my god. Yeah. So
Sandra's in there goes, what is it, chubby? She's looking at chubby. They don't have chubbies in Germany. By the way, she said that she bought more of that McKinney peanut butter. So she's got a whole stock of it. She's hoping that it's good. According to that woman, that American woman.
I'll have to find that article.
She gave it a pass. Like, yeah.
Yeah, she said, I think the word she used was decent.
She said it was decent. Yeah.
I think that was the word she used. I thought it was so funny because we were talking about it and then I saw that article pop up and I'm like, oh, how fortuitous. Yeah. So I went in there and read it.
Yeah, but evidently...
Some of the shit in there was hilarious.
Evidently, European interpretations of American food is just shitty,
or strange.
Just wrong, yeah. Like...
we don't do that.
The textures will be wrong. The flavors will be wrong. It's just...
One of my favorite things that they had was kind of like a pizza / burger / bagel. Yeah. No. I can't even remember. It's like, I'm looking at it going, what even is that?
Yeah. And you'd be really surprised. You American people would be it's very surprising to go into other countries and see what they call a hamburger bun. Brazil had something that they said was a hamburger bun. That is not a hamburger bun. It was shaped like one, but the texture was more like shortcake, muffin.
That's a little weird.
Like a muffin. Yeah. Real fucking...
Although, not gonna lie, I'd probably eat a hamburger that was on a muffin.
Yeah. Muffin or biscuit. Yeah, a biscuit. More like a biscuit.
I would eat that.
Which, an American biscuit, not a British biscuit.
Yeah, because those are two completely different things. That's more like...
In other words, I want like a scone. Yeah, like a scone. Yeah, that'd be... It's
a burger scone.
Yeah, like a burger scone. Yeah.
Scones are good with strawberry jam and clotted cream on there.
Yeah. Hamburger buns supposed to be light and fluffy.
Blueberry burgers.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I guess that one of the grocery stores in Germany, I guess it's Lidl, LIDL, however you pronounce that. I guess they have like an quote unquote American week. and then they like have a sale like on all of the American style products. And so she went there and she like bought a bunch of them and she was like taste testing all of them. And like some of them, like a couple of them were normal-ish, but like a lot of them were like super weird. Yeah. It's like we don't eat hot dogs from a jar.
No, yeah, a hot dog's from a jar. That was fucking astounding. No.
I have never seen that ever. I've never seen that ever.
Yeah.
Here. And I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying everywhere I've lived, I've never seen that.
Never heard of that.
I've never heard of that.
No, the only, you know those little pickled sausages? They're like served with the fucking pickled pig's feet, the little red ones you buy at the fucking redneck dime store.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've ever seen in a jar.
I've seen that. And like Vienna sausages, they sell them in like a little can. Like a little can. But those are like a little bitty.
Yeah, and giant jars of fucking, almost a giant glass barrel of pickled hard-boiled eggs. Remember those?
Yeah.
Haven't seen those in forever. I think all that shit's out of style now. I mean,
although somebody once told me, like, I thought they were making it up, but apparently there is a type of brown bread that you buy in a can, but I don't think they sell it down here. It's either a Canadian thing or it's like a kind of a upper Midwest type of thing.
Crazy.
Brown bread in a can.
Yeah. It's because you can ship it easily. It doesn't crush.
Yeah. But yeah, so again, we got distracted because we were talking about like chubby dick monsters.
Yeah.
So they're making drugs out of the company that they work for, and so Clive and Elsa are like, well, we need to do some like human experimentation. We want to jump right to that. And I'm like, didn't you see Frankenstein? Didn't you see it? It's never ends well, and this really, really doesn't end well. Holy crap! This goes in like some really fucked up directions. So they decide, well, then the company's like, no, absolutely not. And so they're like, well, we're just going to do it on the sly then. So they decide they're going to mix together a whole bunch of DNA. I don't know specifically why they chose the creatures that they chose. I think there was a kangaroo in there. There was like some kind of wing. I think there might have been a plant in there too somewhere. And then they said, well, we're going to throw some human DNA in there too, because why not? And I think originally... they don't say, oh, it's an anonymous female donor, but it turns out not so anonymous.
Yeah, it's the girls.
Yeah, it's hers.
Yeah.
So spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they have this, the creature comes out, and it kind of looks like, at first it kind of looks like a weird bunny chicken something.
It's got long legs, just two legs, doesn't have any arms. Kind of like a big chick.
Yeah, it did kind of look like that, but it didn't really have. Yeah, it was like kind of
without any fur or anything. It was just skin, and it had a head kind of like a bunny rabbit, without any ears.
Yeah. It was
eyes on either side of its head, and it could look like. But it grew rapidly. They looked at the cells, and just one day of its life was like weeks, wasn't it? Weeks.
Yeah, something like that. Because I think she grew to like. Well, she grew into kind of like a baby size, like a toddler size, and she had a tail and stuff, and she started looking like more human.
Yeah.
But then it was only like a month or two, and she was like fully grown, like a fully grown person.
Yeah, for a while she was like a 6 or 7 year old. They had her in a little dress, and her feet were kind of like an animal's feet, where they're running on their tiptoes, and the foot part of the foot is real long, like a cat's back leg.
Yeah.
She had that. With a tail, skin, and her head still kind of, it looked human, but the eyes were way spaced out. And it couldn't talk, just made clicks and chirps and, kind of like animal noises. But it could spell. It learned to spell with the blocks.
Yeah, it was like really
could understand. It was real intelligent. And then it grew to like the size of a teenager in a few weeks, huh? Mm-hmm. And they had to hide it. They got to get it out of the laboratory because people are going to find out. And one guy does see it. It's the dude's brother sees it, you know what I mean? He didn't approve of the shit. They put it in a box and rolled it out to the car and took it out to the girl's mom's farm. And the mom had died. And they keeping it in the farm out there in the barn. Now, at one time, there's it almost died when it was out there. They didn't know what was wrong with it. He put it in the water and it looked like he was trying to drown it to get it out of its misery. But then it started coughing underneath the water, started breathing the water. Yeah. And it got better. It turned out it was an amphibian. It had to have water to go into to breathe every night. It had to use its lungs and its gills. It didn't really have gills. It was like an internal gill.
Yeah.
It had to use both of them.
Her name was Dren, by the way.
Which was nerd spelled
backwards. Nerd.
Yeah.
Because that was the name of the company thing they worked for, the research thing they worked for.
And it becomes pretty unruly. Its tail ended up having a damn poison,
like a scorpion type action on the end there.
Yeah. And it was intelligent and it wanted to go outside.
Well, yeah.
And
it had human intelligence,
yeah.
So it's like you can't really keep her. You couldn't really keep her locked up like that.
Had human intelligence and a lot of human intelligence, but it had a lot of animal instincts, and it wasn't very old, but it grew to be a teenager in I guess a matter of months.
Yeah, because I think the whole movie takes place only over like a month or two.
Yeah.
Right, and so it grows up, and it's fucked up because at first Clive is kind of like, man, we shouldn't be doing this. This was a mistake. We need to kill it. And that was kind of his thing. But Elsa, who I guess she, I think they kind of imply too that she had like an abusive mom, right? Because I think like her mom died. I think they bring that up a couple times.
Yeah, and she's a bit of a psycho actually.
Yeah, and she is actually. She's kind of like the Dr. Frankenstein of the story.
Yeah.
Because she wants to keep Dren, and she starts treating her like a kid.
Right. Like it's her kid.
Like, instead of like an experiment. And Clive is like, man, this is really not going to go well because this is not, Right. He thinks they should destroy it because it's getting out of control. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What's the woman's name again? Do you remember the woman's name?
The actress or the character?
The character.
Elsa.
Elsa, that's right.
Yeah, like Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah. Elsa's kind of a bitch because the creature, Dren, it adopted a cat. You know what I mean? Which is like its only companion. And she took the cat away from him. Yeah. From her. It's like, she's fucking crazy, if you ask me.
Yeah, she was a nutcase.
She's, no, it'll just get you sick, you know what I mean? And I think it's because her mom was that way to her.
I think that's what they were implying, was that she was trying not to be like her mom. Like, she wanted to have a kid, but she couldn't help it because it was kind of like that's the way she'd been brought up, and she didn't know any different, or she didn't realize.
So it got all, it got rebellious. And, later on, she gives the cat back, and out of spite, Dren fucking stabs it with her tail and kills the cat. Like, fuck you.
See, I can't watch that.
Yeah,
I can't watch.
Well, she wasn't.
Happen to cats.
She wasn't a human.
I know.
You know? That's part of the thing. She had she had animal instincts. She wasn't very old. She's like I said, a month old or so, maybe 2 months. And Elsa freaks out, fucking straps her down onto an operating table and cuts that stinger out of her without any anesthesia. Well, I guess there was a little bit of anesthesia.
Yeah, I think she did give her some. Although she was kind of like thrashing around and stuff.
Yeah. And dude comes in, fucking sees it. It's like, what the fuck is this? What are you doing? So he started to side with Dren about, have some compassion for this creature.
Yeah, because previously he was just like, it's just an experiment. We need to get rid of it. We're going to get in trouble. We're going to go to jail. This is super illegal, which it is.
Right.
But I think that was kind of like the point at which he started to, like you said, side with Dren against his girlfriend.
Yeah. And so because of that, Dren starts having like a serious crush on the dude. She's drawing pictures of him and everything, and she's like hiding the pictures, little crayon pictures and shit. And while Elsa was away, this thing fucking he's dancing with her because she's fucking sad. She wanted to go outside, so he put the record on, and he's dancing with her, and he's looking at her, and it dawned on him that she looks just like Elsa.
Yeah. And
he's like, oh man, this is Elsa's DNA.
That bitch put her own DNA in this shit.
Right. And it's the creature, Dren, it's cute. It's got a cute face. It looks a little bit like an alien. Its eyes are kind of spaced out a little too far. It doesn't have any hair. It's got weird legs like a cat, but only like a total of 4 fingers or 3 fingers and a thumb. And it's the same on its feet. It's got a thumb back there and 3 fingers. They're long.
She's
toes.
Weird looking, but I could totally see how some people would be like, yeah, I'd hit that.
Yeah, she's kind of kinky looking, and it's got a tail, and she's like physically superior. She can just jump like a cat, You know,
also
jump 20 feet.
At one point, like she's like, oh, ta-da, I have wings now.
Yeah, well, she almost fell off the roof, and then pow, wings popped out of these slits that she could close up.
Which
in her arms
useful.
and on her back. Yeah, it's a trip. And she could hang upside down by her feet, and maybe jump 20 feet. I think she could run on all fours too, couldn't she?
Did she? I think she could. Yeah.
Yeah.
That actress that plays her, she's French. Her name's Delphine Chaniac.
Yeah,
I think I pronounced that wrong. Right. And I have to say the special effects in this, because this is like several years old. This is from 2009. The special effects in this are amazing. Yeah. They look really, really good. And this wasn't a huge. I think this movie cost like $26 million to make. Yeah. It didn't do all that well at the theater, but it got like good reviews and stuff. Yeah.
So eventually what happens is that this creature fucking seduces this dude, man. She puts the fucking moves on him. This thing's sexually aggressive.
And he's just a man. What's he going to do?
Well, yeah. Well, I don't think there was any resisting that anyway. I think she might have been stronger than him, huh?
Yeah. Well,
because the shit that she was doing, she would have to be.
Yeah.
And she just put the moves on him, and she was funny. She could stand on the ground with one leg, and then the other leg reach up behind her, grab onto something, and she's pulling him in, trying to fucking pull him into that fucking whirlpool. It's gonna hit her with that whirlpool, and she throws him down on the ground and starts taking his clothes off with all four limbs. Fucking, he's like, whoa, what the fuck? She's on top. Actually, he was on.
I have the weirdest.
They were rolling around. And it took his shirt off with her back foot, reached up behind him and took his shirt off, and he's like, what the fuck? And then she gets on top of him and starts cowgirling the shit out of him. Just fucking cowgirl, you know what I'm talking about? And fucking wings are popping out, you know, yeah! And during all that shit, guess who comes in? His girlfriend walks in. She's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm fucking a monster. You know. Hey, you know,
she's a little hard to explain away.
You know, hey, you know.
It's not what it looks like. No, it's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, so then she's like, you crossed the line there. And he's like, well, it's not like we're married. Just a little. It's not like we're married, you know.
That's nice.
Yeah, it doesn't make me gay or anything. It is female. You know, just kind of shit like that, you know. It's kind of funny if you ask me, you know. But anyway, this Dren's like fucking in love with this dude. Bunch of other stuff happens. Turns out that fucking it kind of starts getting sick, and it dies, and they bury it. And then while he's getting busted, it didn't die. It had a metamorphosis, and it came up out of the ground. Mm-hmm. But it came up out of the ground as a male.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened to those other ones.
To the dick monsters.
The little dick monsters.
Because one changed from a female to a male.
They would flip.
And then they started like fighting each other.
Sexual flipping and flopping. They flip one way and they flop another. Flip flopping. And then she flip flopped, came out, and then it thought that it had been betrayed, from what I remember.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Because they buried it. So
it's like,
it was pissed off.
I wasn't dead.
Yeah. And it attacked him, and then it grabbed the woman, and it fucking raped the woman.
Yeah, because it's a boy now.
Yeah, it raped her. And he fucking runs up on it and stabs it. But it hit him with the tail and fucking poisoned him. Didn't it? I think it was with the tail, right? Yeah.
Either that or like it went right in his heart or whatever. Yeah. But it's like either way.
So they both died, but the woman lived. And then they're showing her back at the damn biolab, and they're giving her a huge check for fucking millions and millions of dollars to keep quiet and to give them the rights on fucking what she's bringing into the world. And you look, and she's fucking
the monster
got this she's pregnant. And
can you imagine what the fuck? I would be like terrified. It's terrifying enough having a human baby. It's like you don't know what the fuck's gonna come out of there.
They wanted to use the offspring as a drug making machine. Basically, they were talking about all the enzymes and the weird proteins that it was making. They'd be able to fucking all their research was coming to fruition through this thing, and then that's how the movie ends. So they kind of leave it open for a sequel.
Although I think Vincenzo Natali, because I think he wrote this as well, and he was just kind of like, we could have made a sequel, but he's like, he didn't really want to. And I don't think that this made enough money to justify. Like I said, it got decent reviews, but it didn't make. I think it just barely made its budget back.
Yeah.
I think it's like a partially Canadian, partially French movie, so it's not like an American production company.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't even think it made its budget back.
So who says, is this on Netflix? No, we saw it on Amazon. I don't think it was on Netflix.
It's either on Amazon. You can rent it on YouTube. I think it's $2.99.
Yeah, and I think it was $2.99 on Amazon also.
I think it is.
It's worth seeing. It's a good movie.
It definitely is if you like genetic engineering, and it's beautifully shot. Like the cinematography is really nice.
Yeah, it's got good score, good acting. The dude who plays the dude who plays the dude, the guy who plays the guy,
the guy with the head and the arms,
the dude with the face. It's the same guy from
dude with the face.
Dude with the face, you know. It's the same guy from Predators.
Predators, yeah. Adrian Brody. He's been in tons and tons of stuff. He actually did he win an Oscar, or he was? I know he's been nominated several times.
No, Scott, there wasn't any anal. No.
Well, not that they showed anyway. No. But it's just kind of like. It's such a fucked up idea. I think a lot of people, like, when I saw, like, because I saw some reviews of it, and a lot of people, like, really liked it, but they thought that the scene where he ends up having sex with Dren was too unbelievable, because they said it wasn't, it didn't really, like, lead up to it enough. Like, because prior to that, Clive had been kind of like, no, we shouldn't be doing this. We're going to get in trouble. We need to kill it. We need to do this, that, and the other thing. But like you said, I think there was a point where he saw her more as a person, because she was kind of strapped down to the table, and he was just like, and I think at that point he got more like sympathetic toward her than he was toward his girlfriend. And like you said, you know, she was pretty aggressive.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna take no for an answer.
And like I said, she had Elsa's DNA. Yeah. So, and he presumably found Elsa hot because, you know, they were dating. Yeah. So, you know, shit happens. Shit happens. One day you're just dancing with a mutant genetic engineered animal person, and then, you know.
He wasn't really given a choice, really.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That was just, that was how women rape men. Come over here. Well, she had fucking both. She had one hand. She had her leg grabbing a damn pole behind her. Then she had other hand on him, and then the other leg grabbed and just. She could move in a way that a human couldn't move. She was super strong. I mean, they showed her jumping, making leaps of at least 30 feet, like something that a jaguar would do. So she was at least as strong as a jaguar. Yeah. Or When you're talking about the weight, she was probably about 120 pounds, I would say. And you're talking about a big cat type strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. I dare you. I challenge any man to go fight a 35-pound bobcat. You're gonna get fucked up. You're gonna get fucked up. You wouldn't think something that small could fuck you up. That bobcat will fuck you up. And imagine what a 100-pound fucking little puma could do. You know.
Well, hell,
and she had poison tails. She had a poison tail.
Yeah, that's another thing. That she could like sling around and that would like poison you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, shit. I was gonna say our little Beijing, who is what, maybe 11, 12 pounds, if that. Yeah. She put you in the hospital for a week.
Just with a damn bite. They got a bite, damn filthy ass fucking infection bite. Yeah. Those little needle teeth, you know, the wound closes back up, just sealing all that venom in there. It's like venom.
I mean, if a cat was mad at you and jumped on your head, you'd be in big trouble.
But Dren could hang upside down from a rafter on one foot. Remember that? Yeah. He was gripping it with one foot like a monkey. So that takes a lot of strength. Yeah. So, you know. Remember that she unfolded herself and came down? So she was kind of intimidating when you looked at it that way physically.
Yeah, she could
she could kill you.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, which that ended up happening, basically. It killed him eventually.
She killed pretty much everybody, I think. Did she kill the brother, too? Like, didn't she kill his brother?
Yeah, she killed him first.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And she could do it on the wing when she was flying. She'd fly around at night like a bat. Just soar down and get you.
It's a crazy movie. It's crazy. Yeah. It kind of, like I said, it's kind of Cronenbergian. Yeah. It had a little bit of The Fly. I felt like it had kind of that sort of thing, especially with that scene where Gina Davis dreams that she gives birth to a maggot.
Yeah.
You know, that whole thing.
Yeah, during that final attack, it was doing things kind of purportedly of what the Mothman would do. It was kind of like the Mothman. Remember, they were standing on top of the house and swoop down and all that kind of shit. Fucking.
We've solved the mystery. Dren is Mothman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oracle said, we had a cat named Willow, maybe about 8 pounds soaking wet, but she had attitude to spare. She once took on 3 of our other cats and won.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a chimpanzee. Danny Rolling Ghostface said, I wonder what was bigger, Dren's Peter or Dren's clit. Yeah, they never really showed it, did they? They didn't show... I mean, some of the sex scenes in this were like fairly graphic, but not, you know, porny graphic.
Yeah. Sandra mentioned that I want to fight an alligator. You're right. I said, Jenny, man, we got to get the camera, and you gotta get me fucking. I'll dress up. I'll fucking put my fucking best jungle fucking outfit on.
Your jungle fucking.
Yeah,
outfit.
put my jungle fucking outfit. That's when I fuck jungles.
I was just gonna say, for when those times when you're gonna go out and fuck the jungle.
I'll put my Vietnam tiger stripe camo on there, and so you get a video of me fucking catching an alligator. You know, I'll get like a 5-footer or a 6-footer, pull them out of the water. I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. I know how to do it.
I'll just stay well away, and then if you get eaten, then it'll go viral. Well, I'm not gonna maybe I'll make a bunch of money.
Nah, see, I'll keep him around 5 feet because he won't be able to eat me.
Well, you might like lose a hand or something.
And you got to get up behind him and fucking grab his mouth.
Well,
hold it shut.
Because they can't. It's hard for them to open it.
Yeah, and then you got to straddle their head so the tail can't whap you, and then you got to fucking pull him up out of the water. If you go for anything that's really big. If they get a hold of you, they'll pull you down into the water. You'll drown.
Yeah.
So you know, but I'll study it. You know, I'll study how it's done perfectly. My dad used to be able to do it. Yeah, but I've actually never done it. But my
I was gonna say,
my dad's done it.
That would be a great story at parties.
Not very big ones though. You know, 5, 6.
Well, yeah. I mean, you would be.
She would look cool on film, man.
It would, but
I got the alligator. You know, I'm like, yeah, I got him. You know, yeah.
Pat said, yeah, I also want to see the video of you fighting an alligator.
Yeah, be fighting an alligator. I'll put on one of them old fucking strongman outfits with the one thing that goes down. It'd be like a leopard print fucking strongman outfit.
Oh, there you go.
Go down to the water
like
if I could get it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Willow the cat.
See, catfish noodling is not going to impress anybody.
Well, you know.
They're going to, you know, a girl can noodle. You know. A girl can noodle. It's got to be something. A girl can noodle. Well, you know.
Even a girl can do that.
Yeah, it's not a good idea to do it by yourself,
Girls so
though.
lame.
Reach in there and the damn snapping turtle will get you, and you can't pull them out of the hole, you drown.
Or one of those like big hell catfish, like fucking Jeremy Wade catches.
Yeah.
That can like swallow your whole head.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I got to do some fucking hardcore redneck shit. I'm gonna put my bow back there too. I got my bow.
Yeah, why don't you? You could go work at the alligator farm in St. Augustine. They might let you. They don't do don't do wrestling.
No.
And I think if those alligators, like I said, if they got mad enough at you one day, because there's no way you could get away from them because there's so many of them in there. If somebody fell in, you would be like really, really fucked. Yeah. Really fucked.
No, I gotta get a video of me fighting something.
See this testosterone.
Yeah, gotta give me some fighting something. Yeah.
Man. It's gonna be a long however many years until I die.
You gotta get me on video fighting it, and it can't be something that'll send me to jail.
Okay.
So it can't be a person. You know? Might go to jail if they send me to a person. You know?
Tammy says
I don't give a shit about going to jail. It just costs too much goddamn money.
Well, yeah.
And they put that on there, you know, simple battery. You know.
Simple battery.
Simple battery on your shit. Yeah.
Tammy said that I need to buy you an alligator pool float to practice on. Hey, birthday gift idea. Scott says there was an alligator place on I-4 between Orlando and Daytona where they did wrestling. I don't remember. I know there was, but I don't remember where it was.
I'll break into that bitch and Jenny will be with me and we'll do experimental alligator wrestling. I'll just figure it out as I go. She can get it off.
Louis said, "Don't you guys have bears?" Yeah, you can fight a bear. Although the bears
will run.
Well, the bears around here are kind of like.
Yeah. No, what? No.
They're not mean or anything.
They run.
They're just like, I don't like this, not one bit. I just came here to like open your fridge and get some beer.
Yeah. Fastest way to get rid of a bear is to call it. Every time I see a bear, I call it. Hey man, what's up? Come on over here. And they're going, oh. Yeah. Come on, man. Where you going? Oh, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And then they fucking jump up on the fence and pull themselves over the fence. Remember that?
Yeah.
They pulled himself over the fence.
Over the back fence.
And he fell on the other side. Plop.
Poor little guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't a real big one. He was kind of like a little teenage-sized bear.
Yeah.
We've seen like big giant ones around here, but
yeah, oh yeah.
Like the
seen ones. We drove home one time. He was sitting in our driveway.
Yeah.
Remember
like where my car would normally be.
I pulled in and he's in the headlights and he goes, oh shit. He leans over and gets up and walks away. Oh fuck.
Well, I guess I can't
go to
sit
another
here
house
anymore.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I got all comfy.
Yeah.
Yes, Sandra said I watched the alligator video with those huge birds. That alligator wasn't very brave, but it was only a baby. Yeah, it wasn't like a baby, but it was probably like, I don't know how, like alligators live a long time, I guess. So I don't know how long it takes them to get to like.
I got a video right here
size.
on this laptop that they sent me from Mexico of an alligator coming up out of the water with a woman in his mouth. And then he swims away with the woman. You guys want to see it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it drowned her. They're just walking around. They can't eat you. If you're big, they can't really eat you while you're fresh. They got to hide you and let you rot a little bit. And they'll guard you, guard the body. It'll rot and kind of soften up. And then they'll pull pieces of it off and swallow it.
Yeah, saving that guy for later.
So it couldn't swallow her, so it just carried her around. Till she got soft.
Which is so
she
fucked
got clothes
up,
on too, and she's in his mouth.
Oh God!
And they're taking a video of it, from the bridge, the little foot bridge that went over there, and they're going, "Oh, look at the woman! Look at the woman! It's got a woman! It's got a woman!" He's saying it in Spanish. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gatorland. That's what you're. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I think that's still there. I guess.
Yeah.
Gramthars Hammer said, "Aren't there millions of boa constrictors in Florida?" I don't know about millions, but there are like a lot of them. Because a lot of people have had them as pets, and then they escape or something.
There's anacondas out here, evidently.
There's all kind of shit.
Yeah.
There was for a long time. There was a little community of monkeys. I don't remember what kind of monkeys it was though, because they had escaped from a zoo someplace, and then they just bred. Because like I said, Florida. Pretty much any animal that escapes from anywhere is going to be like, oh, it's all like wet and warm out here. I'm just going to propagate.
And there's a bunch of South American fish that people have let go that live here now, like arapaima live here, and snakehead live here in Florida. They're not supposed to be here. It's an invasive species.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
All right. Do we have anything else we need to discuss? Man, I can't believe we went on for almost an hour.
Yeah, we got to go.
I'm just, I need a nap.
Yeah.
Like I said, we drank a lot last night, but it's like, I don't really get hangovers anymore, but just the next day, like right around 3 or 4 o'clock, I get super, super sleepy.
No, all the nutria are up in Louisiana.
That's Louisiana, yeah.
But they're eating them. You can eat nutria. So people are starting to eat them, and if you tell Cajuns that they're good to eat, then that'll wipe them out eventually. Because this fucker's eating.
Well, like I said, that show that Gordon Ramsay was doing, like that recent one.
Yeah.
Remember, he went there and he went on like the hunt, and then like he had like that guy's mom had made like a stew out of them.
Yeah. But
because they give you like a couple bucks per, like, because they have a thing on them.
Yeah.
And they're all over the place. So I can't remember the word that I'm trying to like think of. I'm like super tired.
Scott, Florida bears aren't small. They're the same as any other black bear. Which a black bear, if it gets old enough, can get quite big.
Yeah, we've seen like real big ones.
Yeah. But most of the ones you see are not big ones. They're young. They're the young ones. If they're fucking around in neighborhoods too long, they tend not to get very old. They get hit by cars. A lot of them get hit by cars, or animal control kills them. That's what usually the main thing to do, because there's no shortage of them. This idea that they're endangered, no, not at all. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. They're about like raccoons, and those are everywhere.
Yeah.
At least in Florida.
Raccoons, possums.
Yeah, raccoons, possums,
armadillos.
And they'll walk into a city, they'll go, fuck it, that's where the food is, that's where all the people are. Let's go to that city, and then fucking barrel walk into the city looking for food. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's why we have to have those garbage cans with the elaborate locking mechanism on the top because they'll come and like if they figure out how to open regular trash cans.
They're not a predator. They're an opportunist, more like a scavenger.
Yeah.
They'll just go, oh, garbage cans, people, hey, how you doing? They don't like to...
Score pizza crust.
Yeah. They'll steal before they'll hunt, you know.
Well, it's easier.
It's so much easier.
They're lazy, just like every other species.
Well, they're not really made to chase anything down, and they don't kind of have a lot of prey type animals to live off. They just dig shit up and steal shit that died and fucking go into garbage cans and, you know.
Yeah, Scott said they break into SUVs here all the time for candy bars.
They'll go into a house.
Yeah.
They'll go into a house and go...
Open the fridge.
They know what a refrigerator is. They'll go right to the refrigerator. Oh, food. They got them on video. Just video shit on YouTube. They'll be rolling around, fucking holding stuff in their hands and eating it. Calling the other ones.
How fucking funny would it be if you got up in the middle of the night to go get something out of the thing and there was a bear just like standing there in front of the fridge like looking for something to eat? That would be so funny.
Yeah, and they'll all be splayed out and shit with their feet all splayed out. They're just fucking happy.
Like yay!
Happy as fuck. Like, oh, man. This AC is nice. And they're eating ice cream.
I'm just going to live in here from now on.
Yeah, just opening shit up and goes, yeah, that's good, you know. Like a little kid.
Scooping stuff out. Scooping out ice cream.
Yeah. They'll let the other bears in. There's videos of them doing that too, because they can open doors.
Yeah.
They'll let the other bears in.
Come on, Carl, let's go.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
They're so cute though.
Yeah.
You can't be mad. They're just like looking for food.
They're more intelligent than people think they are.
Oh yeah, big time.
I think
a lot of animals are.
Yeah. Probably put a bear close to a chimpanzee. It's just a different kind of personality. Imagine if a dog kind of had a lot of intelligence closer to a chimpanzee, but they're not quite as. They don't think they have the problem-solving abilities of a chimp, and it's a different personality, but similar.
Yeah, chimps are like hell beasts.
Yeah, when you see videos of candid shots of bears doing what I was telling you, going through people's houses, you can definitely tell there's an intelligence there. They know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I mean, think about how complicated, from an animal's point of view, how complicated that concept is of going inside a house and like finding a refrigerator and opening the refrigerator and all this other kind of stuff.
They know they're stealing too, because when the people come, they run like they got caught. Yeah, they know they're stealing.
Well, it's just kind of like, well, even Pookie, if she's doing something she's not supposed to be doing, and you say something about it, like she looks at you like, oh fuck, that's right, I'm not supposed to be doing this. She knows. Yep. She knows when she's not supposed to be doing something. Yeah. You yelled at her this morning because she was scratching on something she wasn't supposed to be scratching on.
Yeah, and I pointed at that. I said no, and I pointed at the damn thing where the damage was, and she went, oh shit, and ran.
I just forgot for a second.
Everything's in the moment.
Yeah.
It's in the moment.
Well, she just likes to scratch, and sometimes she forgets she's not supposed to scratch on that. All right, so I guess we're gonna wrap it up. Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow. Probably talking about another movie. I already have one in mind to watch tonight that we can talk about tomorrow. Like I said, I'm gonna go get some coffee, and then I'm gonna take a nap because I'm really, really tired. So yeah, you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you for dropping by as always, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.